Travel scams you should watch out. Unfortunately, visitors and tourists are popular targets for scammers all around the world. You're out of your element in an unfamiliar environment where you may not speak the language, making you exposed. While it's difficult to foresee when and where will be taken advantage of, there are a few scams that are widespread in many tourist destinations. So, here are a few things to check for on your next vacation. Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today, we are going to talk about travel scams. Before we get started with the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get started. Number 10. Free friendship bracelets. This is a common occurrence in large European cities, particularly near significant attractions, and is frequently targeted at female tourists. A happy-looking stranger will approach you and try to tie a free bracelet around you. Once affixed, the person will demand payment for the bracelet and will not hesitate to make a scene if you refuse. A version of this is a magic trick that makes the bracelet appears on your wrist or fingers in seconds. Avoid this by walking past anyone you suspect and keeping your hands in your pockets if they attempt to follow you. They usually go on to the next victim. Number 9. I found a ring scam. Another classic favorite among well-trained crooks. A person will come to your side unexpectedly and point to a ring or another piece of jewelry on the floor. They'll then pick it up and try to persuade you that it's yours before asking for a reward. Alternatively, the criminal may try to persuade you that the object is of high worth while offering to sell it at a bargain. As with the bracelet fraud, if you sense something is wrong, keep your head down and walk away. Number 8. Motorcycle or jet ski rental damage. Have you ever been to a beach where everyone and their dog are riding scooters and jet skis? Then you'll undoubtedly know that it's customary to leave your passport as a deposit. This is all fine until you return your vehicle and are informed that you have caused significant damage to it. It becomes a my word against yours situation, and if you refuse to pay the fee, you may be taken to the nearest ATM. Make sure you thoroughly inspect the vehicle before accepting it and report even small blemishes. Number 7. Over-friendly and flirtatious strangers. Male travelers are especially sought after for this scam. You arrive in a new country and are suddenly the center of attention at a bar or nightclub. After a nice evening and a large bar tab, your new drinking pal disappears. You are now responsible for paying the bill if you have not already been robbed of your money. Making friends in a different place is one thing, but be cautious while exposing your tab or wallet to strangers. Number 6. Shoe sheen scam. If you're in Istanbul, pay close attention to this scenario. A shoe shiner walks past you and drops a brush. As a polite tourist, you pick it up and return it. To express their gratitude, the shoe shiner will begin to clean your shoes. This may appear to be a kind gesture, but it is likely that they will later want payment. Refusing might result in being surrounded by the city's whole Shohine community. Number 5. Taxi scams. Dishonest taxi drivers will stop at nothing to earn their money. An example of this would be being informed that the meter is broken the moment you leave an airport or bus terminal, and then being given an exorbitant amount for the service. However, there is also the possibility that your driver will intentionally get lost in order to keep the meter ticking for a few more miles. In the most extreme of circumstances, a driver might accelerate away while your luggage is still inside the vehicle. It is a common practice in South American culture to be alerted that you have paid with counterfeit money. Following your request for the money to be returned, the driver will present you with a different bill, which is actually a false one. You will then apologize, hand over a fresh bill, and end up paying twice as much. Before beginning lengthy excursions, you should make an effort to negotiate a fare. When possible, you should either take a taxi from the official ranks or order one over the phone or the internet. Be sure to take a quick look at the serial number on your bill before you pass it over, and be sure to count out the money out loud as you hand over various notes. Despite the fact that it could appear to be a lot to remember, it is better to be prepared than to be caught off guard. Number 4. The bird poop scam. This is yet another typical scam that you should be on the lookout for in tourist-friendly areas. It is also lovingly known as the shoe on the shoe scam. Just as it always seems to be the case, a joyful onlooker will inform you that you have some bird feces, ketchup, or mud on your shoe, sock, or thigh, and they will offer you a tissue to clean it off with. At the same time as you are both bending down to see the mess, a devious hand will attempt to remove any important objects from your pocket or bag. Even if you really have some mess on you, you should respectfully decline the offer of assistance and wait until you find a restroom or a spot to sit with yourself before accepting the offer. Number 3. The closed and or overbooked hotel. The taxi driver has struck once more here. While you are being driven to your lodging, the driver will try all in their power to persuade you that the establishment does not exist anymore or that it is completely full. If you believe what they say, they will take you to a different location, which is probably more expensive and owned by one of their friends or allies. When you have finished checking in, the taxi driver will leave with a generous commission. Number 2. The tumbling woman. Oh, the unfortunate lady who stumbles and falls on the pavement in front of you and suffers a catastrophic injury. A large crowd has collected, and you and other people walking by stop to offer assistance. As a result, your pockets are completely empty. The throng, including the individual who had fallen, had scattered before you really realized what was happening. When it comes to this one, you will need to keep your wits about you because it is difficult to determine whether or not the fall is genuine. You should be watchful of other people who arrive if you stop to offer assistance. Or make sure that your belongings are safe so that you can assist the person who has fallen without danger of being caught in a trap. Number 1. Tuk-tuk shop scam. One of the most enjoyable ways to navigate through crowded cities is by taking a tuk-tuk, particularly in countries located in Southeast Asia. However, you should be aware of drivers who offer day tours that include sightseeing. Not only will you go to temples and famous locations, but you will also most likely be dropped off at a jewelry store or a tailor. Following that, there are a few minutes that are awkwardly spent listening to the proprietor of the shop offer their bespoke services. Despite the fact that you will be spending time at the shops, it is quite unlikely that you will incur a financial loss as a result of this one. If you do not make any purchases, you will finally be able to visit the sites as you were promised. Conduct a thorough evaluation of the driver's rate. If it is really low, there is a good likelihood that you will schedule several store visits throughout the course of the day. That's the end of the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.